Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from Burbank, California, this is the 84th Annual Academy Awards.
Mitchell, this is Lake County Live, not the Academy Awards. Let's start over.
This is KPFZ 88.1, Lakeport, Clear Lake, and all of Lake County. Coming to you live from the Soper-Reese Community Theatre in beautiful downtown Lakeport. This is Lake County Live with your host, Billy Crystal.
Really close. Try it just a little bit more at the end.
This is your host, Doug Rhodes.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to Lake County Live, our second edition of our live program here at the Soper-Reese Community Theatre. We're a little different this time than we were last. For those of you that were here in the theater, you will notice. Those of you at home won't notice a thing because it'll sound the same. We're coming to you live from the apartment of Florence Unger and Olive Madison in Midtown, New York, otherwise known as the set for Neil Simon's The Odd Couple female version, which is being performed here at the Soper-Reese. In fact, they just cleared out of this theater an hour before we started today. So they will be back this coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, with a 7 p.m. performance on Friday and Saturday, and a 2 p.m. matinee on Sunday, and we will not be on their heels next Sunday, so they can linger a bit longer. Tickets for the show of Odd Couple are available at the Soper-Reese box office, Fridays from 10:30 to 5:30, and from the Travel Center in Lakeport. So having said all that, welcome to Lake County Live. We've got some great performers for you this evening. We're going to kick things off right now with a young man who, Travis knows this, we're kind of distant shirt-tail relatives to the nth degree out there somewhere. But this young fella has been playing guitar for a little more than half his life, I think, at this point. Of course, 8 years. All right. Yeah. And you're what, 20? 21. All right. So he can celebrate his performance here later on. Anyway, please welcome Travis Rinker.
This next song is called Solace.
got several things to talk about with Travis. First of all, you play all over the place. I see you here and there and everywhere else. Where are you showing up next?
I play a lot of weddings and wineries and parties and anything I can play, but my next show is at the Sunday brunch on March 11th at the Blue Wing in Upper Lake. And yeah, I'll be playing with Stephen Holland. We'll be doing solo guitar. Yeah.
Okay. And if somebody wants to get a hold of you, what's the easiest way to do that? And when I book you for their gig?
Probably email me at travisrinker@gmail.com. If that's my email.
That seems to
I
work.
check it often.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Travis Rinker.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we've got some other things coming up here, and I think, yes, go right ahead, please.
Pet Owners, Operators, and Practitioners is an organization of pet owners, breeders, pet stores, groomers, and veterinarians, better known by its acronym, POOP. This organization promotes the welfare of Lake County pets through its many community programs. Now, the canine component of this all-volunteer organization, Dog Poop, brings you the dogs of Clear Lake.
It was a beautiful sunny day last week, so I decided to take our dog Sasha out to Austin Park and let her run. She's a princess. She's a Bolshoi with a flowing tail and billowing ruff.
You slatkin, my pet. Bolshoi is a ballet, darling. I am a Borzoi, Aristokrashevsky, a fine Russian breed. Will you ever get it right?
Sorry, Sasha. Sasha insists on sleeping only on a special dog bed and will only eat the most expensive canned dog food. We do spoil her a bit, though. She hasn't been neutered because we'd like to breed her when she gets a bit older, so she has certain episodes several times a year. We were out in the park and she was flouncing about when a big male mixed breed something came flying across the field at her.
Hey, darling, you could be my next ex-wife.
Please, that is the worst pickup line I have ever heard.
Sasha didn't seem to be overly impressed with this much, but she maintained her dignity.
Now, Poochie, why don't you just make like what you say, a junkyard dog and flee? You understand that, oh hairy one, flee?
Sasha seemed to be handling this pound reject pretty well, but suddenly out of nowhere came another male dog from the shallow end of the gene pool. Now, I knew we were in trouble because these two were going to get in a brawl over who could impress Sasha, and Sasha and I were going to be the worst for it.
Hey, babe, you are a real beauty. We could make a bodacious litter together. My brains and your good looks, brah.
My good looks are self-evident. Your brains, on the other hand, are, to me, missing in action.
The pound escapee seemed to be standing his ground with Sasha.
Tell that mangy mongrel to go fetch, darling. I would do anything for you.
Fine, go away. And take that other hydrant hugger with you.
The two amorous dogs were not leaving. They squared off against each other, determined to determined to have Sasha tell them which one could be more obnoxious.
I was here first, dog breath.
It's not about who was here first, it's about who's here last, limp noodle.
Just as the two dogs were getting ready to turn each other into sausage, Sasha solved the problem.
Oh, look, boys, do you see that adorable squirrel over there?
Squirrel! Hey, that's not a squirrel. I'm going to get that squirrel.
Both dogs struck out after the imaginary squirrel. It's amazing how clever a borzoi can be.
All males are truly the dim-witted members of their species. They think that getting fixed means getting a shot of Viagra.
Pet owners, operators, and practitioners for POOP has brought you another thrilling episode of The Dogs of Clear Lake. If you are thinking of pet ownership, remember to always consider POOP.
Thank you. Nick Reed, Richard Smith, Sona Flores, and Mitchell Hoppin there with us as well. Everybody notice it got really cold again? Like yesterday when it was, I don't know, in the 50s, but the wind chill dropped it down to the 30s, and it froze last night, I think, at most places. So we're back into that winter feel. room is dark. I look over my shoulder at the clock glowing blue above my head. It's 2:38 in the dead of night. I stare at the ceiling, black in the darkness, seeing flashes of light that come only from my mind. I lie awake, trying to orient myself to the location and time. I know that soon that same clock will announce the arrival of morning, with news or music or announcements of the events that occurred while we have slept. Listening to the darkness, I hear the wind machines in the distances, blowing their warming air over the budding trees. Soon it's interrupted by the spray rigs winding through the orchards, protecting the precious fruit that is yet to be. I also hear you breathing, hindered by the room pollen and dust. The dog is snoring softly to my right, curled up on her cushion, breathing in and out with a pace slightly faster than yours. Although awake, and knowing I too must rise in a few hours to face another day, it's peaceful. Another full night of sleep has escaped me. I try to return to the place where dreams are made or face exhaustion later in the morning. I try, but sleep does not come and does not return. Feeling you next to me, your warmth, your breathing gently, motionless in the dark, is enough. I lie silent, trying to match my breath to yours without success. Still, it is enough. Having you beside me is always enough. Clovice Lewis. And Clovice wrote that piece, by the way. All right. Besides being an incredibly talented cellist, he also plays keyboard, and he's brought with him tonight two delightful young ladies. So we have with us Keely Southwick and Erin Call and Clovice Lewis. And put them all together, and they are called Vim Natura. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them.
Some of you might know that I'm a composer. I've composed for a long time, many years. And much of my music is very serious, as they call it. It's orchestral, and it's dissonant. It's atonal. And it might surprise some to know that I actually write pretty music. Tonal, love songs, ballads. And so what we're going to do is now play some of this collection of ballads that I've composed. And what I want to just say very quickly is that I met Keely, both Keely and Erin, on stage. I met Keely, I saw her in 2003 singing to a crowd of about 400 people at the LDS annual Christmas concert. And she was there at 16 years old and just sang a cappella. And I was just instantly enthralled. And so we've adopted each other since then. And I met Erin on stage too. So I was playing in the Lake County Symphony, and Erin was playing in the youth orchestra. And then a few years ago, I saw her perform with Tom Akins and the Kelseyville High School Jazz Choir, and said, we must work together. So I worked separately with these two young women, because I'm always looking for voices for my music. And then, when we were invited to do this today, I said, why don't we play together? And so we did. And we said, this is a force of nature. So Latin for Vim Natura. So we're going to, first one is going to be I Already Miss You.
another song that Clovice wrote called Now That You're Gone. It's a very personal song, very beautiful. Now that you're gone, I wonder what it is that gets me through the night. How suddenly the time we had just disappeared, and why the morning seems so cold. Now that you're gone, I wish that I had known the words to make you stay, and told you all the things I felt but could not say before the chance slipped away. Long ago, I thought that love like this was only real in fairy tales. I never dreamed that it was even possible to love anyone as much as I do you. Long ago, I thought that love like this was only real in fairy tales. I never dreamed that it was even possible to love anyone as much as I do you. Without your love, I don't believe my life could ever be the same. The joy you bring is tempered only by the pain of times like this when you have to go. And now, my love, I sit awake at nights with only memories of winter days, and then, of course, especially at dawn on Sundays gone. Long ago, I thought that love like this was only real in fairy tales. I never dreamed that it was even possible to love anyone as much as I do you. I never dreamed that it was even possible to love anyone as much as I do you.
Natura. I have one question for Clovis before you get to your next piece. Where'd the name come from?
Oh, yeah, we got together and we said this is a force of nature. So I looked it up, and in Latin, that's Vim Natura. So it's kind of cool.
Very
like that.
Great. Thank you very much. You got one more for us, right?
Yeah, one more. This is called Windows. And this is a piece that I found. It was a book of poetry from 1922. A woman named Edith Marie King, as a college student, wrote this poem. I was cleaning the garage that my parents had me clean. And when I was 17, I found the poem, went to my room immediately and started composing it. So this is called Windows.
Oh, great. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Vim Natura.
I must have windows looking towards the sky. I know not why, except that sun and shadow and the changing blue are part of me. When I have learned to look on life with wise, cool eyes, have learned that stars are distant things, and that the song is not the singer. When I have learned to count my minutes by clock and not by heartbeat, then perhaps I can live within four walls and not look out at all, nor know the need of kneeling for a moment when the dawn creeps in. But now I must have windows towards the sky, or your dear eyes.
Clovice Lewis, Aaron Call, and Keely Southwick. Vim Natura, thank you very much.
Mama Maybelle Bountiful Brownies brings you the Ladies of the Lake. Dramatic portrayal of the lives of Lake County housewives. Mama Maybelle uses only the highest quality local green ingredients. Previously on Ladies of the Lake,
Last month, we learned that the ladies, armed with Crystal's newly earned Carlo Rossi Appreciation Program diploma, were about to embark on their weekly wine tasting venture. You will, of course, remember Mary Jo, the Southern Belle of Buckingham.
As the proud possessor of my Carlson Rossi Appreciation Program diploma, that is, the coveted CRAP diploma in wine tasting, I am totally ready to share my new knowledge with my friends.
And we have the irrepressible Rhoda. New Jersey's loss is Lake County's gain.
I swear to God, I have no memory of New Jersey anymore. Nor do I have a memory of streetlights, shopping at Macy's, pastrami sandwiches, or pretty much anything that remotely resembles civilization. Thank God for wine tasting.
Next, we have Louise, our nature girl. She is a champion of the environment as it should be and could be if they would only follow her example.
I live by a simple philosophy. If you can't reuse it or grow it, you don't need it. And believe me, I do grow my own.
I've heard that about you, Louise. And last but not least, our homegrown Lake County girl, Crystal. She is a true believer in the Lord, Lake County, and the lottery.
The first thing I'm going to do with my lotto winnings is give to the church. At least a little bit. What the hell? I figure I won't win a nickel without some kind of divine intervention. And if I don't donate to the church, I'll probably get hit by a truck.
Today, we join our best friends in the Sunshine Church van as Crystal drives them toward their usual Saturday morning outing, the Wildhurst Tasting Room.
You know, Crystal, I do not want to complain, but this van smells as right as my brother-in-law's refrigerator. Have you got any Lysol spray or or maybe a blowtorch.
Hey, you. What a rancid odor. I told you we should have taken my little old Cadillac. My Cadillac smells like leather, of course.
That is so sweet of you to bless us with that generous offer, Mary Jo. But I don't know what smells you girls are talking about. Little Shirley did get sick on the back seat last Sunday, but I don't smell hardly anything anymore.
Right. This van smells like roses compared to my VW. It smells like pig manure. Now that's a right smell.
Congratulations, Louise, you win. Your bug stings worse than this van, I am sure. But we have survived to arrive here at Wildhurst, so all is right with the world.
Oh no, it can't be. All is not right with the world. The world may be actually coming to an end.
Bum, bum, bum.
Look at the front door. The tasting room's closed.
Is the Wildhurst tasting room really closed? Could our ladies actually be denied the wonderful world of wine tasting on a Saturday morning? Stay tuned for the exciting climax of today's episode of Ladies of the Lake.
Hi there once again. So far so good? All right. We have just a few more things to do before we get to our next musical group. And not the least of those is that there was an event held yesterday, not just in Lake County, but all over Northern California. And that event involved something called the Polar Plunge. Everybody heard of that? Okay. Well aware of that. The Polar Plunge is, of course, a fundraising activity for Special Olympics. And Special Olympics does wonderful work. They have done just incredibly great things for all kinds of people, particularly those with certain disabilities. And I know that's not a PC word anymore, but there's a way to use that. And because of that, we have had people who have participated in that. Now, yesterday's Special Olympics was held here in the county. And I think it was out at Lake County Park, wasn't it? Out at the State Park out there? All right. Or near the state park. But yesterday, as I said before we started today, was really cold. I mean, really cold. Well, one of the participants in that event was Lake County Superintendent of Schools and former appearer here on Lake County Live, Wally Holbrook, who's with us here again today. So, I just have one question for you, Wally. It was really cold yesterday, as best I understand it, but otherwise, how was the water?
It was very cold, Doug. Very, very cold.
All right, thank you. And hopefully you'll do it again next year. So, thank you, Wally Holbrook.
Mama Maybell's Bountiful Brownies brings you the continuing adventures of the ladies of the lake. Smooth the rush edges of your day with a Mama Maybell's Bountiful Brownie. When we last visited.
When we left our ladies, they were clawing at the door of the Wildhurst tasting room, which seemed to be closed for some reason. Disaster.
It can't be closed. It's Saturday. I have my lips all puckered up and ready for some Chardonnay. They couldn't possibly be that cruel.
No way. Hans always works on Saturdays. We are always here on Saturdays. It's a commitment. Besides, there's his truck. I know he's here. Bang on the door.
Good heavens, banging on the door is not the least bit ladylike. Give me a hairpin and I'll pick the locks.
Simmer down, girls. Hans is unlocking the door as we speak.
I'm very sorry, ladies. I was so busy getting ready for customers that I forgot to unlock the door. Come on in.
Wait till you see what I've got, Hans. I just earned my very own CRAP diploma from Carlos and Rossi. I'm officially a certified wine taster now.
You earned a CRAP diploma in wine tasting? What did you do? Send in bottle tops? But then you just scrape your CRAP off the floor. This diploma is a joke, right? Very funny.
It's not a joke, Hans. I know it sounds bogus, but she did get her diploma off the internet.
I'm not sure that qualifies.
Oh, come on, Hansi. I have a friend who got a license to be a minister off the internet. And he actually marries people. And he's an atheist.
So, even if Mary Jo got her diploma off the internet, we choose to believe that she's a certified wine taster, okay?
Okay, sure. Why not? Let's drink to that. What would you ladies like to start tasting today?
Well, I would like to begin with a Petit Syrah. My education said it should be fruity and complex.
Right you are. Coming right up.
Not for me. I do not want a petite anything. Small is not what I'm interested in. I want to drink something big and lots of it.
I'm with you, Rhoda. Although, after wine tasting last Saturday, I ended up in my bathroom all night, peeing like a racehorse.
Well, you know, Krista Dawn, I have just the solution to that little old problem. I learned about it from one of my personal instructors at Carlos and Rossi. Believe it or not, there is a special kind of wine they make that takes care of that very thing.
Oh my God, Mary Jo, I myself would pay to know that. What is the name of that miracle wine?
Oh, it's so easy to remember. It's called Pinot Noir.
Oh, Mary Jo!
That concludes tonight's episode of Ladies of the Lake. Written and directed by someone to be sure that none of these ladies. Tune in next time when our ladies will confront head-on one of the deep and meaningful questions of life. Does size really matter?
Ladies of the Lake, Pamela Bradley, Suna Flores, and others. Let's put it that way at this point. We have some more music coming up for you here in just a second. I want to remind you one more time that The Odd Couple is still here at the Soper-Reese Theatre. This coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the people that I should have thanked right up front, which would be Lake County Community Radio, KPFZ 88.1 FM in Lakeport, Clear Lake, and all around the lake for broadcasting our program and providing their support. To LakeCoNews.com, also known as Lake County News. Thank you to Elizabeth Larson, editor. Also, thank you to John Jensen, our webmaster for LakeCountyLive.com. And to the Soper-Reese Community Theatre, Mike Adams, executive director, Wally Fuller, theater manager. Thank you to all of them. All right, now we have some more stuff for you here with music, and I think they're pretty much set. So I would like to introduce two individuals. They played here at the Soper, I don't know, maybe 5 months ago, something like that. It's been a few months back. Singer-songwriter and singer-songwriter and singer-songwriter, guitar player, etc., and mandolin player and 3 different guitar players. Please welcome Michael Barish and Scott Summers.
Thank you very much. Michael, it's the bright lights of Lake County.
I can't see.
The first song we're going to do tonight celebrates a recession fighter, and it's called Good Cheap Beer. It goes like this. I got friends when they go out to dine. They ain't happy unless they're ordering wine. With a foreign flair, you can hear them say, tell me about your Gamay Beaujolais. Those words will never come from me. That kind of thinking leaves me up a tree. A lager or a pilsner will always make do, or any old American brew. Good cheap beer, all right by me. You know I always felt that way. Good cheap beer in a can bottle glass. You know I drink it down any old way. My wife only drinks beer from Mexico. My brother's crazy about that microbrew from Chico. They became so discriminating. It's beyond refined debate. Good cheap beer, all right by me. You know I always felt that way. Good cheap beer in a can bottle glass. You know I drink it down any old way.
Michael is changing instruments there for a minute, I'm going to ask Scott a question here, and he can tell us a little bit about how long you guys have been playing together and what the history is here.
A long time, about 3 years. So.
Oh, okay.
Seems like forever, let me tell you. I'm kidding.
All right. And do you have something to add to that, Michael?
About 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a blast. Actually, this next song is a song that we both wrote together, and we enjoy doing that quite a bit. It adds a lot to our stuff.
Very good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Michael Barish and Scott Summers.
Thank you so much. This particular song is called Leave Me Alone, and we've used the different names of the devil as a metaphor for all the temptations in life on one's morality, and why it's good to stay strong in your heart. Well, I'm going to the crossroads, but I ain't gonna sell my soul. Going to the crossroads, gonna sell my soul. There ain't no way you're gonna drag me to the deep dark hole. Well, Satan, you keep asking for my God-fearing soul. Oh, Satan, you keep asking for my God-fearing soul. Keep me away from the high-burning gold. Oh, but late at night, I hear them rattling bones. Oh, when chains are dragging, why don't you leave me alone? Leave me alone. Well, Lucifer, you're trying, put your hand on me. Oh, Lucifer, you're trying, put your hand on me. But it's too late, I already work for free. And the ocean bug, what can't you see? Oh, the ocean bug, what can't you see? Stand in line to get what's left of me. Oh, but late at night, I hear the rattling bone. Oh, those chains are dragging, why don't you leave me alone? Leave me alone. Well, old Scratch, you can't wait too late. Old Scratch, you can't wait too late. The bowl is empty and there's too many lifetimes away. So I'm going to the crossroads, but I ain't gonna sell my soul. I'm going to the crossroads, ain't gonna sell my soul. Keep me away from a big hard cold. Oh, but late at night, I hear the rattling bone.
goodies from them in just a moment, but first and foremost, we've got just a couple of other things to do. I mentioned earlier that we've got some products for sale. I don't know if I told that to the radio audience or just to you, but you know, Lake County Live is an effort by many volunteers, and to date we've been able to put this show on for free. But in order to sustain the show, we're going to have to start paying some of our bills. So we're going to have to make fundraising a part of our activities. We will be looking in the future for those that think our efforts are worthwhile and wish to sustain us with monetary contributions. And to help with those efforts, allow me to introduce our fundraising coordinator, Guido Di Vancelli.
Thanks, boss. This is Guido Di Vancelli, lately of the cement and shoe business, if you get my drift. As a condition of my parole, my alternative conviction program, I am doing community service here in Lake County, fundraising, which is my chosen vocation. I am seeking donations for Lake County Live to support the high cost of this fantastic and innovative radio show. We need the support of local businesses to continue this fine effort. So I will be coming by your place of business to pick up your donation. You can pay to have your business mentioned on this radio show, or you can pay to have your business not mentioned on this radio show. I don't care, either way you're gonna pay. You will recognize me by my gray fedora and my blue Lake County Live button. Put your donation in a plain brown sandwich bag and leave it out by the dumpster. And as my dear old mama used to say, don't make me have to get the wooden spoon. This is Guido Di Vancelli for Lake County Live.
Business owners, you can keep Guido out of your store with your donation.
You got it, boss. I did good, huh?
You did fine, Guido. Thank you.
Lake County Live has been presented by KPFZ 88.1 Lakeport. The show was staged at the Soper-Reese Theatre. Mike Adams, Executive Director, Wally Fuller, General Manager. Musical guests were Travis Rinker, Clovice Lewis, Keely Southwick, Aaron Call, Michael Barish, and Scott Summers. Our cast was in order of appearance: Mitchell Houtman, Doug Rhodes, Richard Smith, Chris Andre, Suna Flores, Pamela Bradley, Vicki Parrish, Smith, and Wally Holbrook. The show was written by Doug Rhodes, Suna Flores, and Richard Smith. Our stage manager was Nick Reed and assistant manager Chris Veenstra. Sound engineering by Nick Biondo. Lighting by Mike Chavez. Guest ushers were Linda Holbrook and Donna Herdren. You can tune in for a rebroadcast of tonight's program on Saturday at 7 a.m. when you'll hear us almost live again.
Thank you. And we've got time for one more number from these guys. We're going to ask you to join in with it. They'll explain how that's going to go. But I want to remind you right now, next month, the last Sunday of the month is the 25th. And during that program, we will have Andy Rossoff here at the keyboard. We will also have Uncorked here and a special surprise guest as well. All on Lake County Live next month. And for those of you that are TiVoing or DVRing the Oscars, I'd tell you who won, but I won't. Let me put it this way. Nobody you know won, and the best picture went to a picture you haven't seen. We got a closing number with Michael Barish and Scott Summers once again. Guys, explain it to us and take us out.
Hi, folks. Hopefully this guitar will be in tune. This is called Someone to Take Me Home, and this is in the hopes that y'all have someone to take you home anytime and anywhere you need it. You can always have a better time. And the words to the chorus that we're going to ask you to sing along with are Someone to Take Me Home, and you'll figure it out. I got reasons to drink, and I'm not afraid to use them. I don't want to have to think, cause it's all so confusing. And I'm looking for a driver just to take me home. One that'll stay sober all night long. Guaranteed survivor, a designated driver. I just want, here we go, someone to take me home.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. We'll see you again for Lake County Live.
Someone to take me home. Someone to take me home. When I'm driven home, I bail way too many times. It's a good thing they got the bumps in between the lines. And I'm looking for a driver just to take me home. One
know that the show's over. We're off the air now. But we've got more music for you if you want to hear it. Is that okay? All right. We got another number or two from Michael and Scott. And I will tell you now that Guido had some serious issues, really. And that is that